Awesome. Thanks, Morgan.
Anytime, man. Hi, everyone. My name is Morgan. I'm from the U.S. Anybody else from the U.S.? Nice, nice. Nice to see other people. So, like he said, he just asked me to do this yesterday. But can you hear me? Am I talking okay? Good. Yeah, so I'm going to tell you my story now. It's interesting not speaking in front of 7-year-olds, which is my job now, so this is a lot better. So my story starts when I was about 11 years old. I grew up in an area that is very rural. I had actually never met anyone of another race, ever, at this point. No, like Asian or black or Latino or anything. I mean, where I lived was quite white. And around this time, 6th grade, P6, year 6, whatever you call it, wherever you're from, my school received these pen pal requests from a school in Japan. And I received a letter from a 16-year-old girl whose English ability was about that level. And I was fascinated. I didn't even know what Japan was. And I wrote my letter back, and we waited and waited and waited, and we never got a response back. The school year ended, and everyone moved on from that scene except me. I became obsessed with trying to figure out everything I could. I went to the library. I checked out all the books on Japanese and Korean and Chinese history. I did everything I could for years, just completely fascinated by the subject. By the time I was 14 or 15, I was just reading the most god-awful, boring university textbooks about the subject. Just really doing all I can. And I tried to take Chinese in high school, and the only person within 200 miles who spoke Chinese taught at my high school. Then he retired because he was 80 years old. So I was like, shit, that was my chance. And I kept it up, but I kind of forgot about it over the years. And in university, I wanted to be a doctor, and then I realized that you have to be like really, really smart. And I'm not. So I had to start over. So I just sort of put Chinese and Japanese into a hat, and I just sort of took it out, and I got Japanese. And up until this point, I had attempted and failed, like German, French, Spanish, Portuguese, all the romantic languages, just couldn't do it. And I got a hold of Japanese, and I excelled. And it was awesome. I managed to do whatever I could. I did really well, and I had a really good time. When I was a junior in university, so about 21, I got a scholarship to study in Japan for a year. And this is my dream. Ever since I was 11 or 12, I wanted to go here and see everything that I've been reading about, this other culture that I'd never experienced. No one in my family even has a passport. No one has ever left the US, just me. So, I signed up for this university, and I was so excited. I was like, yeah, I'm going to be in Tokyo. I'm going to see everything I wanted to see, and it's going to be awesome. And they put me in a city whose nickname is the most depressing city in Japan. So that sucked. And I was like, whatever, I don't give a shit. I'm in Japan, I'm finally here, I'm ready to go. I saw things like trees and animals. I was like, you're cool as hell, because you're a tree in Japan. And that's so different for me. Everything I could think of, I was like, hell yeah. Look at you go, you're the best. And, there were some other students, and they were gonna take the train to Tokyo at some point or whatever, and I was like, I'm not waiting for you, I don't care. I'm gonna go now. I took the first train I could, an hour and a half to Tokyo. And I was there. That was it. I finally got out, and I saw the neon metropolis that is Tokyo. I couldn't believe it. My mind was blown. Everything I've ever wanted came true. And that lasted about 10 seconds. And then I was like, yep, all right, well, that was cool. I guess that I'm just sort of gonna move on. And I did my, I had my year there, and I did everything abroad, and it was kind of a letdown. But you can never forget I can never forget what I saw. Just 20, 30, 50 stories of just neon light just coming down on me, and just the sensory overload that is Tokyo. And just the hustle, the bustle, the noise, the people, everything around you constantly. I never experienced anything like it before, and it blew my mind. I couldn't believe that everything I'd finally done happened right then. And it was almost better that I was alone in that sense, that I could experience it for myself. But don't forget, it all started from this letter that I received from a girl 10 years before that I'll never meet. I don't know what her name is. I have no idea. I just remember when I got the letter that her handwriting was really goofy, and I thought it was really strange that someone was writing me into English, because I had no concept that someone couldn't speak English. I know that. Everyone I'd ever met was still just like me. And while I was in Japan, I decided to visit Hong Kong. And I liked it a lot better. I went back to university, and I worked my ass off to come to Hong Kong. And now I'm here permanently. I mean, this is my contract and everything. I'm here for good. And I always think about that person. There's one letter that I received that changed everything. That basically influenced everything that I am today. I mean, who knows? It might have been something else that brought me here. It might have been any other combination of events, but that's not what happened. What happened is someone fascinated me to see the light, and I'm a much better person for that. And maybe one day I'll see that person again. But until then, I always have respect for that girl. And I hope that's something that you think about as well. Thank you.